Now, before I start this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Newsweek on TikTok for this video. So, for those of you that don't know or crawl under a rock, there's been an April 5th protest from all 50 states throughout the U.S. this past Saturday. And for a lot of black people, we all agree that we will stay away from the protests. We don't want to participate in the protests. We don't want to, associate it with this protest. And majority of us didn't show up at all, which is a smart strategy. But do you know something different though? On the April 5th, and I've been watching, TikTok. Really, I've been watching a lot of black people on TikTok. We all agree on the difference with the Black Lives Matter protest and the protest that happened this past Saturday. And that difference was no police. You notice that, when it comes to when we protest, like the Black Lives Matter protest, when it comes to like Trayvon Martin, when we protest with Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, all of them, they've been police riot gear, having National Guards all over, try to, making control order, maintain order without protest. But this past Saturday with the hands off protest, basically, guess what? No police, no riot gear, no National Guard controlling the streets. And you notice, like, it's majority white people at that protest. I mean, you see a little few blacks here and there, but other than that, these are all white people that were in that protest. And people on TikTok, especially black TikTokers, we all agree that's what's going on. That we're not going to be risking our lives like we used to, because they already know that once we do that, it's going to be martial law, right? So we're not going to risk our lives and risk our bodies to, to despise Donald Trump and Elon Musk and stuff like that. But it's kind of interesting that when we did a protest or we go out there and protest peacefully, there's police officers waiting for us. There's, National Guards waiting for us. But then you see the April 5th protest, there's no police, there's no National Guard, there's no people with riot gear, ready to, do something to the protesters, or no dogs that will try to bite the protest. You won't see none of that out there. It was really, really interesting. And we as black people said we're going to do the protest in a different way. Like, for example, like we can do an economic boycott, like we did with Target. How we refuse to pay money or spend money on Target or any other department stores that treat us badly. So now you starting to see that what we did it, strategically. We did it smart, because even if we were out there with these people, it would be a whole different ball game. There'll be police officers waiting. There'll be police with full riot gear, ready with police dogs and ready to attack, they would have done something to us. But since it's all predominantly white people that was out there, oh, they were peaceful. All of a sudden, that the white people, mostly white people, aren't a threat to them. So again, it shows you the difference between the BLM protests and the April 5th hands off protests. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.